Hi, today is Thursday, May 14th, 2020 or 2020, and we are almost halfway done with the month of May. And we haven't gone over our sight words in a little while. It's been a few days, so I just wanted to go over them real quick before I read you a story. So these are our sight words, and I haven't mixed them up at all yet, so you can kind of see them in order. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So our last set of sight words for the school year, number words. I hope you're practicing them, even if you go over them real quick, just for 5 minutes every day. There they are. Now, I read you a book earlier in the week about planting a rainbow, and this is the same author, Lois Ehlert, and same illustrator, but this is called Growing Vegetable Soup. Kind of interesting how you can grow vegetable soup, huh? Anyway, Growing Vegetable Soup, written and illustrated by Lois Ehlert. Okay, I borrowed this book from our school library. Mrs. O'Leary let me borrow it, which was very nice of her. Growing Vegetable Soup. There's our title page. Looks like another colorful book, like Planting a Rainbow. Dad says we are going to grow vegetable soup. I wonder how you grow vegetable soup. We're ready to work and our tools are ready too. So there's a rake, a shovel, and a hoe. All of these things are used outside when you garden. Let's see. We are planting the seeds. Seed packet, soil, hole, right? Because you have to dig holes to put your seeds in like we did yesterday with the sunflower seeds. And we've got green bean seeds, a pea seed, a corn seed, zucchini squash, and over here we're going to have carrot seeds. All the seeds look a little bit different, don't they? So they're not all the same. So they're going to grow some green beans, peas, corn, zucchini, and carrot seeds. All yummy vegetables. And this says garden glove, because when you garden, you wear gloves to protect your hands from all the dirt. So we are planting the seeds and all of the sprouts. So not only are they planting seeds, but they have some seedlings that have already started. Like we started our sunflower plants yesterday. So they're going to take those out of the pots and put those in the ground. So this is a tomato plant. They've got, potato eyes. You know what potato eyes are? They're the little things that grow on your potatoes when you've had them a little while. This is broccoli. That's a broccoli plant. We're going to put that in the ground. See, it needs a bigger hole. Seeds are tiny, but the sprouts are a little bit bigger. Then they're going to plant some onions. These are like the bulbs we saw for the flowers. They've got some peppers started and some cabbage. And they used a peat moss pot like we used for our sunflowers. And we're giving them water. So once they're all planted, see, this is under the ground, you have to water them. So if it isn't raining, you need to use a watering can to get some water or a hose. So tomatoes, potatoes, green beans, carrots, cabbage, peppers, zucchini squash, peas, onions, broccoli, and corn. That's quite a garden. Makes me hungry. We're going to give them water and wait for warm sun to make them grow. Because remember, plants need soil and air and sun and water. Here they are. Look, they're starting to sprout. There's the zucchini squash, the potato, the onion, the pea. That's a weed, right? Weeds grow a lot outside. Corn, carrots, tomatoes, green beans, broccoli, peppers, and cabbage. Now, do you think they grow overnight? No, they take a while, right? Some of them might take a long time to grow. So we water them and we watch them sprout and grow. Now they're getting bigger. There's your zucchini, your onion, your potato, your carrots, your corn, your peas, green beans, broccoli, tomato, peppers, and cabbage. And there, of course, is the sun. So we watch them grow and grow into plants. Okay. Now, do you see there's these purple sticks there? Those are called stakes. And sometimes when you're growing a big plant, the stems kind of start to flop over a little bit because they get heavy with all the leaves on them. So you take a stick or a piece of wood and you stick it in the ground, and you take some twine or something to connect it so that they hold the plant up. So you can tie them to the stake so that they stay upright and grow. Look at, you can see the peas, right? And then the zucchini squash. Look at that. The zucchini squash starts off as a flower, kind of like pumpkins when we learned about pumpkins, right? They start off as a flower, which is pretty awesome. We watch over them and weed them. So you want to make sure that you take out all of the things that are growing around them that aren't plants, right? So they have their space. Broccoli. Oh, look, there's a worm. Bugs get into these plants because they're outside. Okay. And a green bean. And this little tool is called a hand grubber. So you kind of move around the soil and you can pull out all the weeds that don't belong. So we watch over them and weed until the vegetables are ready for us to pick. Tomatoes. Oh, there's a pepper. Corn. This is a hand basket to put all of their vegetables in. So, let's go back a minute. It says, until the vegetables are ready for us to pick or dig up, because some of the vegetables grow under the ground, and we talked about that too. Carrots grow underneath the ground. So their green stalks stick out, but the vegetables actually under the ground. So when we eat carrots, we're actually eating roots. Isn't that amazing? Roots. So we have to dig those out, right? And this is a bushel basket, and potatoes too grow under the ground. Very cool. And then we carry them home and we wash them. So cabbage, onions. You have to wash them because they were outside in the dirt, right? We want to clean them to make sure we don't eat the dirt. And then we cut them up and put them in a pot of water. This is a soup pot and a soup ladle, right, for mixing. And then there's a knife for chopping up all your veggies. And then we've got carrots and onion and corn and zucchini and tomato and peas and peppers and cabbage and green beans and broccoli and potatoes. That's going to be quite a soup. And we cook them into vegetable soup. And this white cloud is the steam. You'll be able to smell all of the wonderful smells of those vegetables cooking. At last, it's time to eat it all up. It was the best soup ever. My mom makes really good vegetable soup. Really yummy. I should ask her to make me some. And we can grow it again next year. Wow. So to think of, sometimes when you have soup in a can, all those vegetables had to grow first and be chopped and be cooked. And if you start your own vegetable garden, you can make your own vegetable soup, which would be quite tasty. Makes me hungry for vegetable soup. I might have to have some for lunch. I was going through some picture cards at school. Oops, sorry about that. And I found a few that you might find interesting. This is a sunflower plant, like you're going to be growing. And these are the beautiful flowers. And then I found there's a tree. Look at that giant tree. Because some of our fruits come from trees, right? Apples and bananas and oranges. Oh, here's a picture of carrots, right? Carrots, we said, are roots. And they're a vegetable that grow under the ground, and you pull them out by their stems. Let's see. Oh, apples. Apples grow on trees, right? And here's an interesting picture. You see this man? He is actually, oops, I'm losing my book here. He is actually in the boat in some water. Or maybe he's walking through the water because it's not very deep. This is a rice paddy. Rice grows in the water. Isn't that amazing? I bet you didn't know that. But yep, rice grows in the water. And looks like that when we eat it. They call them rice paddies, right? Okay, because they have to get the rice out of the water for us to eat. Very cool. And then, did you know that bread comes from wheat, and wheat grows outside? So when we eat bread, we're eating wheat, and that wheat was grown outside. And then we're back to our sunflowers, right? Okay, so most of the fruits and vegetables that we eat come from farms, but you can grow some of your own fruits and vegetables. My aunt has a raspberry bush in her yard, and she can pick those raspberries right off and eat them. Strawberries grow low to the ground. Cherries grow on trees. And in July is cherry picking time. I love to go cherry picking because the trees aren't very tall and you can pick lots and lots of yummy cherries. So hopefully you'll be able to grow your sunflowers, and maybe you'll have time to grow a little bit of a vegetable garden this year. And you can grow your own vegetable soup. And that would be yummy and delicious. Anyway, boys and girls, that's all I have for today. I hope you practice your sight words, and I hope you have a great day, and I will see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Woo-hoo! Miss you, boys and girls. See you tomorrow. Bye.